Good morning, Mount Pleasant Elementary School students. We are going to be using the art element space today. Space is not like outer space, it's how we can create depth and dimension into our artwork. And so we're going to be using the foreground, the middle ground, and the background to kind of help us create this. I know you've done this before with me, but this is just extra practice, and we are going to be creating it in a winter snowman at night landscape. Let's get started. For this project, you're going to need some white paper, a pencil, an eraser, some crayons, and some heart to put in your art. Go ahead and hit that pause button. Oh, if you want a black marker, you can totally use that, or a black crayon. Hit the pause button and pause the video to collect your materials. First direction is always the same. Write your name, because no name, no fame. Then flip your paper like a pancake. We're going to be holding our paper the tall way. We call this the portrait way. We are going to be drawing a winter night landscape. So we're going to draw a horizon line, the bottom of our page. We're also going to draw a snowman on this line. So we're going to start with curved lines, and then we're going to connect it to kind of make a semicircle. We're going to be drawing a snowman. If you have a way that you love to draw a snowman, go ahead and draw it on top of that line. If you want to follow along with me, that's great too. I'm just using curved lines. I'm going to add a scarf, and so I'm just going to add some straight and curved lines and then make my scarf have a little tail by adding a rectangle-ish line coming out of my scarf. You can add patterns or stripes or whatever you want to make your scarf a little bit more interesting. The next step is going to be the head. It's going to come right out of the scarf with a curved line that comes all the way around. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you can pause the video. You can add a hat on top of your snowman if you want. I'm going to add a little hat that kind of looks more like a toboggan hat or a winter cap. You could add a ball cap. You could add a cowboy hat if you wanted to. Any kind of hat is up to you. So go ahead and add your snowman's hat if you want one. You're going to create your snowman's face. You can do it however you want. I'm just going to keep it simple and basic. One year I know a kid did a pickle nose, so do whatever kind of facial features or things that you have in your fridge that you could add to your snowman. I'm just going to add those. I'm also going to add some buttons going down his front. You're going to add some arms. We're not just going to draw sticks this time. We're going to double it up so we have something to actually color in. You could add branches. I'm going to add mittens on my snowman's arms. To create our art, making it using the art element space, we're going to add some different types of tricks to make our artwork look like it has dimensions. So we're going to add a second line going behind our snowman. So we're going to use the jump trick. So I'm going to draw a line, but when I get to my snowman, I'm just going to jump over him and continue the line. It does not have to be a straight line. This is kind of like the hills in our background. And I'm going to add some trees going up to the edge of my paper using straight vertical lines. You could add a V in the middle of your vertical lines to create like a tree trunk, like your branches are growing out. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side of my snowman, and these trees are reaching to the very top edge of my paper. Add even more dimension and space. We are going to add another horizontal line in the background. Remember to use the jump trick. Anything you touch that you want to be in front, just jump over it. There you go. I'm going to add some more trees going to the very top of my paper on this line too. Now you can see that my snowman, it kind of looks like he is in a wooded area. I'm going to add even more dimension in my paper by adding some diagonal lines as mountains way in the background. You can do this too, or you could add a moon or maybe some stars. Using the materials you have, a crayon or a black marker, you're going to then outline your drawing, getting every little detail that you've drawn in on the pencil. Once you have added your outlining, you're going to pick out cool colors from your coloring box or crayons, whatever you have. Markers is fine too. The cool colors are blues and greens and purples. I'm just going to be using blues and purples and a little bit of gray. So the first thing you're going to do is use those colors to lightly color the ground area. So you're going to color the ground area that's in the front, in the middle ground, which is in the middle, and in the background. So I'm going to switch up my colors as I move back into space on my paper. Switch to another color. Do you see how I'm using different colors in my space to create a little bit more depth in my artwork? Now that my background, middle ground, and foreground are all done, I'm going to use my gray to make the trees look like they are a shadow, or maybe that there's ice on them. The reason I didn't put branches on my trees or leaves is because it's a winter landscape. So I'm going to be coloring those in too. After I've done that, I'm going to be using whatever colors I want to decorate my snowman. That you had fun creating depth by using the art element of space and foregrounds, middle grounds, and backgrounds in your artwork today. Remember, if you're not in class with me, to upload a picture or a short video onto Canvas, I can see what you created with your heart. Have fun!